But you're not the only one to ask. Can I come backstage? Are you going to do Alice, right? Yeah, I haven't done that in years. I'm actually trying to remember it now. I do it like every 10 years, I figure, and then it takes me about 3 weeks to learn the freaking thing. So I've been doing it on the anniversaries, which means on the 10th anniversaries of writing it, which means the next time I actually have to learn it is 2015. Wipe you out, it go wipe me out. Then I wouldn't have to learn it. Might be worth considering. Where was I? Oh, I was going to play something here. At least I can still play the freaking thing.
Oh.
Well, that's why I put it on record, so I could learn it later.
Oh,
As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me in the sky. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've rode and rambled and I followed my footsteps through sparkling sands of your diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Geez, I've been singing this song a long time too, but it's considerably shorter. Now think about it, you know, we've got all the stuff going on. You sing the old songs from time to time. You wonder if they mean something or whatever, you know. Sometimes it's not the actual song, but the spirit of people who keep singing it for, you know, generations now. I got my kids and grandkids singing the songs and stuff like that. But, you know, the world's getting a little crazy. Not only we got the Irene coming up the coast now, but you got the flood, famine, earthquake, disease, disasters, hurricane, tornado, tsunamis, you know, all that stuff. You got the volcanoes and stuff. Earthquake right there in Virginia. I felt it in Massachusetts. I mean, and that's just the regular natural stuff. That's the stuff going on anywhere at any one point in the world. That's something going on. And that's not to mention the stuff people are doing to each other. That's even crazier. You know what I'm saying? It makes you wonder if anybody can do anything about anything. Can one sort of person make a difference anywhere? Yeah. And it reminded me that old story of, what was that guy's name? What's his name? Joseph. Oh, I was doing this out in Utah. They had a whole nother Joseph going on for the longest time. I'm talking about the original Joseph, the one with the coat. You know that story. And he had the coat, and he had the brothers, and the brothers didn't like Joseph very much, not just because he had the coolest coat, but they was pretty sure that their pop liked Joseph more than them. They might have been right. I didn't read it that carefully. But it seemed like one day, the brothers got up early like they did every day. And they went down up the road, you know, whatever it was, feeding the flocks, whatever they was doing. And Joseph must have slept in that morning. Because his pop come down there saying, Joseph, what are you doing hanging around the house? Why aren't you down the road helping your brothers and stuff? I'm obviously, you know, paraphrasing. As well as translating. So Joseph said, oh, okay. He gets himself together. He goes down the road to where his brothers are supposed to be, but they're not there. Now, the Bible says that there's a man. He doesn't even have a name, just an anonymous dude standing in a field saying, they went that way. Joseph said, oh, thanks. He goes down the road. Sure enough, runs into his brothers. Meanwhile, the brothers weather's been plotting against them the whole time. Some say, let's do this to them. Some say, no, let's do that to them. They can't make up their mind. But somehow Joseph ends up sold into slavery in a caravan going down to Egypt. He gets down there, and he gets put in a cell in a prison with a couple of, big bruisers or something. Nothing changes. And one of these bad guys he's with is having bad dreams. Like it ain't bad enough in there. But Joseph is good with dreams. So Joseph straightened out the guy. And the guy said, Joseph, if I ever get out of here, buddy, I'll help you out. I'll do something for you. Sure enough, the guy gets out. Forgets about his buddy, Joseph. Start rising up in the ranks, getting close to the Pharaoh. A couple of years goes by. One day the Pharaoh starts having strange dreams. He calls for his pipe and his fiddler's three, whatever. They come on out there, they can't think of nothing. Now everybody in Egypt is nervous. The Pharaoh's having strange dreams, got a weird look in his eye. Nobody knows what's going on. We've been there. All of a sudden this guy said, wait a minute, I know somebody that's good with dreams. He remembers his buddy Joseph. And he goes down, he gets him out of the jail, he brings him up to the Pharaoh, introduce him, like Joe, Pharaoh Joe. And the Pharaoh started telling him about the dreams. And Joseph said, oh, that's easy. You're going to have 7 good years. The rain falling, wheat fields waving in the wind. It's going to be very nice. But it's going to be followed by 7 bad years where the rain's going to quit, the wheat fields turn to dust and blows away. It's going to be bad. And the Pharaoh said, whoa. And he looked around. He said, fiddlers, you out of here. You didn't do nothing. Joe, you the man. And he put Joseph in charge of everything. And Joseph started building some granaries to put stuff aside there in the good times in case the bad times had come, like what he's saying. And sure enough, it comes. It's bad. It's not just bad in Egypt. It's bad everywhere. So back in the farm, Pop and the boys are sitting around saying, help, it's bad. Pop said, well, some of you boys get down to Egypt, see what they're doing. So they sent a few of the boys down to Egypt. And to make a long story short, they run into their brother Joseph. He said, hey, it's me, Joseph. They're going, uh-oh. He said, don't worry about that. Go home. Get Pop, the women, the children, the flocks, and everybody. Bring them on down to Egypt. We'll be living house to hog. Not the words he would have used. But sure enough, that's what they did. They went on down there living generation after generation and doing pretty good till 1 year they got a bad crop of pharaohs. It happens. That's a whole different story. I didn't mean to get that far into it. That's Moses. I've been thinking about Moses because I've been doing this over 40 years. I know how the man feels. I just hope it doesn't take another 40 years to get somewhere. Of course, that's what happened to them. But out of that comes some good stuff. David and Goliath. Remember? That was good. I liked that when I was a kid. Out of that family, what come Jesus? Now it's a couple of 1,000 years after that. I mean, there is a lot of history I've just been through here in a very short amount of time. And there might be a lot of people here that has a lot to say about any one part of it. But I'm here to remind you all that all of this history, every single piece and part of it depends upon one unknown anonymous dude standing in a field saying, it was that way. Without that guy, there's no Joseph. Without Joseph, there's no Israel. There's no Egypt. There's no Pharaoh, David, Goliath, Jesus. If you ever wondered what one person could do in this world, wonder no more. You don't have to know nothing. You could just be sitting around. Somebody say, which way to go? You say that way, and the whole freaking world could hinge on you. That's the truth. And you wouldn't even know about it. And I'm sure that man is standing around somewhere saying, I should have given my name. It's too late, Bubba. But there's a verse about it. It goes something like this. The sun comes shining, and I went strolling. The wheat fields waving, the dust clouds rolling. The fog was lifting, and the voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the glistening waters. This land was made for you and me. remember when I discovered civil disobedience, I was in the 5th grade. I just stopped doing homework. Nobody could make me do it. And so my mom took me out of the regular school and enrolled me in one of these progressive schools so I could progress. I remember I got in there the first day of school, and all the kids were standing up in the morning singing my father's song, "This land is your land." I was the only one there that didn't know the words. Nobody told me that stuff was famous outside of our house. When you're a kid, you don't think of that stuff, and I ran home the end of that day. I was crying, tears in my eyes, told my father what happened. He made me bring him a little baby Gibson guitar, which I still have. And he taught me the chords on it, and then he taught me the words. And when I had that much done, he taught me some verses that wasn't in the school book version. So when I went back the next day, I went back armed. Thinking about all the people around the world tonight, here in this country or over in the Middle East, anywhere else, trying to make the world a little better, you know, out in the streets, risking their lives in some cases. This is for them. This is the last verse my father ever taught me, and I'll leave it with you. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go on.